Hi guys, welcome to our channel Share Experience. In this video, we are going to learn about bank reconciliation statement. I am sure you will understand bank reconciliation statement completely after watching this video. Introduction video is less than 10 minutes. I request you to not to skip the introduction. This video covers what is meant by reconciliation and what is a bank reconciliation statement and why we should prepare bank reconciliation statement and a problem with favorable balance, that is balance as per cash book. First we will see what is meant by reconciliation. In accounting point of view, reconciliation means comparing two sets of records or between two books to check whether the figures of balances are matching with each other or not. Now, what is a bank reconciliation statement? Bank reconciliation statement is a statement that is prepared by business to record all the mismatch amounts when we compare cash book balances with passbook balances. Here is our cash book, and our cash book bank balance is, assume there is some amount, and here is our passbook or bank statement, and the closing balance of passbook is some amount. And these two balances are not matching with each other. There could be some reasons for this mismatch. So these reasons we will record in bank statement, that is bank reconciliation statement. While preparing bank reconciliation statement, one point we should always remember, that is we will not consider cash column in the cash book. We will only consider bank column balances in the cash book. Now we'll understand why these balances of cash book and balance as per passbook are not matching with each other. There could be so many reasons for these mismatches or discrepancies, but some of the obvious or common reasons are timing differences and omission of entries. What are timing differences? To explain briefly about timing differences, we have deposited or issued a check on one date, but the bank has cleared or presented the check for payment on a different date. So it's one of the reasons which comes under timing differences. Let's understand this with an example. The business has deposited a check into bank on October 5th, but the bank has not cleared the check or not collected the amount for the check till next month beginning, that is till November 1st. So, in this case, when the business receives the check from the customer and deposited into the bank on the same day, it enters on the receipt side of the cash book. Since the bank has not cleared the amount till next month beginning, the balance as per cash book will be more than balance as per passbook till end of the month. So, when the business reconciles the balances at the month end with a bank statement or a passbook, it identifies a mismatch. So, these type of mismatches or discrepancies are considered as mismatches caused due to timing differences. We can understand these differences, this type of differences clearly while solving the problem. Our next common reason apart from timing differences is omission of entries. Errors can happen due to omission of entries. Omission of entries means skipping the entries without recording in the books of accounts. It can happen either from the company side or from the bank side. For example, I am the business owner and I forgot to enter one transaction in the cash book, but the bank has recorded the same transaction in the passbook. So, this could lead to a mismatch between cash book and passbook. Now we will understand the whole process of reconciliation. So, what is the first step in preparing bank reconciliation statement? Our first step in preparing bank reconciliation statement is the business owner will verify the cash book bank balances with passbook balances. Here we have to remember one important point. Our receipts or the debit transactions of the cash book are recorded under credit side in the passbook, and our credits or the payment transactions in the cash book will be recorded under debit side of the passbook. Let's understand this important note with an example. ABC company has deposited a receipt check into the bank. Okay, so the transactions for ABC company are opening balance that is 50,000 and check received from Tim and deposited into the bank on the same day that is 10,000. So we'll see how these transactions will appear in ABC company's cash book. So for the first transaction, that is for opening balance transaction, I have mentioned two balance brought down in the debit side of the cash book and the amount is 50,000 in bank amount column. And for the second transaction, the check received from Tim and deposited in the bank on the same day, I have mentioned to Tim because we have received the amount from Tim. So to Tim in the receipt side and the value is 10,000. So that 10,000 I have mentioned in bank amount column. Now we'll see how these transactions appear in bank statement. As I mentioned before, all debits or receipts in the company's cash book will appear in the credit side in the bank statement or passbook because banking companies considers all deposits as liabilities. Let's assume our business organization started with bank balance of 1 lakh. So we consider cash at bank as an asset, but banking companies consider deposits from customers as liabilities because bank has to repay the deposit back to the customer on demand as and when it is stated in the deposit bond. Hence, whenever we deposit any check into the bank, in bank's point of view, the journal entry would be cash account debtor to customer's checking account. He is debiting cash because cash is coming into the bank. So, cash is real account. The rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Cash is coming into the business. Cash is coming into the bank. So, we are debiting cash account because the assets are increasing and crediting to customer's account because deposits are considered as liability. So his liability is increasing. So he is crediting customer's checking account. Similarly, ABC company has issued a payment check into the bank. The opening balance remains same as the previous example, that is 50,000. On October 2nd, the payment made to John 50,000. So whenever company pays, it records on the credit side of the cash book, that is under payment side as by creditor or supplier name. Here the transaction says payment made to John 5,000. So the company has recorded by John on the credit side. So our credits or payments or debits to banks. Now we will see how cash book and passbook look like for these two transactions, that is receipt received from Tim and check paid to John. The receipt 10,000 we have debited in the cash book, but the bank has credited in the bank statement. The payment that we made to John, that is 5,000 rupees, we have credited in the cash book, but the bank has debited. So the balance in the cash book is, the total balance amount is 55,000. The closing balance of the passbook is 55,000. These two balances are matching with each other. But in the real scenario, it will never match with each other. That is the reason we are preparing bank reconciliation statement. Now our second step in the BRS, that is bank reconciliation statement, is finding and recording these various mismatch amounts. Big business firms will have too many transactions on a daily basis. Okay, so the accountant of the business will record these transactions as and when it occurs. At the month end, the firm reviews the cash book, that is his books of accounts, with the bank statement. So there would be so many mismatches. So the accountant will record all these mismatch entries and reasons for these entries in the bank reconciliation statement, because remembering all these mismatches for so many transactions are difficult. After recording reasons for these differences, what is the next step for the accountant? Our third step is passing rectification journal entries according to these mismatches, so that the balances as per cash book will match to the passbook. Before going into the problem, we should know about one more concept, that is favorable balance and unfavorable balance. So what are favorable balances and what are unfavorable balances? If we have a debit balance in the cash book, then it is considered as favorable balance, which means when we deduct the total receipts amount from the total payments amount, if we get the positive value, which means the receipts are higher than the payments, then it is considered as favorable balance. Here in this case, cash book has debit balance, that is 55,000. So we can consider it as favorable balance. If the cash book has credit balance, then we have to consider it as unfavorable balance. Here in this case, we have updated opening balance on the credit side. That means bank overdraft balance. Whenever we mention the balance brought down amount on the credit side of the cash book, that means we have withdrawn more amount from the bank than the available amount. That is called as overdraft balance. That is the reason we are mentioning this amount on the credit side of the cash book. In this case, our cash book has credit balances. Then we have to consider it as unfavorable balance. Regarding this overdraft balances, we will see it in the next video. Now we'll see the problem. Here I have taken all types of transactions, so it will be easy for you guys to understand the concept very clearly. Before looking at the problem, let's see the pro forma of bank reconciling statement. This is very simple and easy. We only have 4 columns. First column is serial number, the second is particulars, the third is add, and the last one is less column. In the serial number column, we'll mention the number of the transaction. In the particulars column, we'll mention the reason for the mismatch amount. In the third column, we'll mention the amount which needs to be added to cash book balance. In the last column, we'll mention the amount which needs to be deducted from cash book balance. Now we'll see the problem. The problem states, from the following particulars, prepare bank reconciling statement as on 31st October 2019, and the debit balance as per cash book is 50,000. Here we should note one point, that is the end date, which is 31st October 2019. So if any transaction states November date, those transactions should be ignored. We don't have to consider those transactions for preparing this statement, because we are preparing bank reconciling statement for 1 month, starting from October 1st to 31st October. Here the cash book balance is 50,000. So we'll mention this 50,000 in the add column. Before going into the next transaction, I just want to tell you guys that I have mentioned cash book and bank statement for each and every transaction so that you guys can understand the impact in a better way. So you don't have to mention these statements in the exam. Our next transaction is business deposited checks for 90,000 to his bank for collection, but checks amounting 10,000 were not collected by the date. That means when we receive a check from customer, we will enter it on the debit side of the cash book, and the same amount it reflects in the credit side of the bank statement. Here we have received 90,000 from the customer, and same is deposited into bank. So our cash book balance shows as 90,000, but the bank has credited only 80,000. So there is a mismatch between cash book and passbook balances. The difference amount is 10,000. So this 10,000 we'll mention it in the less column in the bank reconciling statement. In the particulars column, we'll mention as check sent to bank but not yet cleared, because 10,000 worth of checks are not cleared by bank. And in the serial number column, we'll mention number 2 because this is second transaction. Now we'll understand why are we mentioning in the less column, because according to our cash book, the balance is 90,000, but bank has credited only 80,000. So this 10,000 amount should be deducted from the cash book to match it with bank balances. So that is the reason we are mentioning in the less column. Our next transaction is bank credited 2,000 as interest, but this was not recorded in the cash book. When the bank credits the amount, bank balance will be more, and in the cash book we have not entered the amount, so the cash balance will be less than bank balance. So this amount we will add it to cash book balance. So we will mention this 2000 in the add column of bank reconciliation statement. In the particulars column, we will mention as bank allowed interest of 2000. Serial number is 3rd. Our next transaction is bank charge 200 as bank charges, but this was not recorded in cash book. When the bank charged 200, so bank shows less balance, but the cash book shows more balance. This amount we will deduct it from the cash book balance. So this 200 we will mention it in the less column of BRS. In the particulars column we will mention as bank charges. In the serial number it is 4. Our next transaction is bank paid insurance premium of 3000, but it was recorded as 500 in the cash book. Here bank has paid 3000 as insurance premium on behalf of us, and for that reason we have recorded the insurance amount in the payments column in the credit side of the cash book, but we have recorded 500 instead of 3000. So the cash book balance will be more than passbook balance. The difference between cash book and passbook is 2500. This 2500 will mention it in the less column because bank has charged 3000 but we have recorded as 500. So the balance as per cash book is more than balance as per passbook. So we have to deduct this amount from the cash book. So we are mentioning this 2500 in the less column. Our next transaction is cash book. It was found that 2 checks of 1000 and 2000 deposited in the month of October which were not credited in the passbook till 2nd November. As I mentioned before, if the transaction states November date, the impact of those transactions should be ignored. Here we have deposited 2 checks in the bank in the month of October, but the bank has credited in the month of November. But we are preparing bank reconciliation statement for 1 month till 31st October. So till 31st October, these amounts are not credited. So we have to deduct it from the cash book balances. So we'll mention 3000 in the less column, and in the particulars column we'll mention checks deposited but not cleared, and the serial number is 5. Our next transaction is bank charges of 2000 were reversed. So when the bank is charged, we will show it in the cash book under payment side, but the bank is already reversed. So this transaction we were not aware of it. So the cash book shows less balance than passbook balance. So this amount we will add it to the cash book balance. So we will mention this amount, that is 2000, in the add column of the bank reconciling statement. In the particulars column we will mention as bank charges reversed, and we will mention this amount in the add column. The serial number is 6. Our next transaction is the receipts column of the cash book undercast by 200. That means undercast means we have recorded less amount in the debit side, that is on the receipt side of the cash book. So when we have recorded the less amount, then we will increase the balance. So we will mention this 200 in the add column. In the particulars column, we will mention it as receipts of cash book is undercast, and the serial number is 7. Our next transaction is customer or debitor deposited 10,000 directly into bank account, but it was entered in the passbook only. Okay. When the customer deposits money into the bank shows more balance than the cash book balance. So we will add this amount to cash book balance. So we'll mention this 10,000 in the add column of the bank reconciling statement. In the particulars column, we'll mention it as amount directly deposited by customer, and the serial number 8. Our next transaction is interest on investment collected by bank 10,000, and cash discount allowed 200 was not recorded in the debit side of the bank column. When the interest is collected by the bank, then the bank balance will be more than cash balance. So we will add this amount to cash balance. So we'll mention this 10,000 in add column of bank reconciling statement. In the particulars column, we'll mention as interest on investments collected by bank. And recording this discount, cash discount allowed 200 was recorded in the debit side of the bank column. This discount allowed, we have to mention it in the debit side of the cash book. But instead of mentioning in the discount allowed column, we have mentioned in the bank column. We have allowed discount to customer. Here bank is not involved in it, but we have mentioned in the bank column. So we will deduct this amount from the cash book. 200 in the less column and in the particulars column, discount allowed. Our next transaction is an accounts payable bill for 10,000 retired by bank under a rebate of 100. So accounts payable bill, that means we have paid. So all payments will be recorded in the credit side of the cash book. So this total amount, this 10,000 amount, we have recorded in the credit side, but we have forgot to record the discount that we received from the bank. So discount received is an income. So we will add this amount to cash book balance. So we will mention this rebate amount, that is 100, in add column of bank reconciling statement. And in the particulars column, rebate on retiring bills was not recorded. Serial number is 10. Our next transaction is a check 500 deposited into bank has been dishonored. So when we deposit a check into bank, we will mention that amount in the debit side of the cash book. Since it is dishonored, the bank has not credited any amount. So the cash book balance will be more than passbook balance. So we will deduct this amount from the cash book balance. So we will mention this 500 amount in the less column of bank reconciling statement. And in the particulars column, we will mention as dishonor of the bill has not been recorded in the cash book. The serial number is 11. Our next transaction is a sum of 10,000 deposited into bank has been credited as 1,000 in the passbook. Here we have deposited 10,000. So our cash book balance will be 10,000. But the bank has credited only 1,000. So cash book balance will be more than passbook balance. So we will deduct this amount, that is 9,000 amount from the cash book. So we will mention this 9,000 in the less column of bank reconciling statement. And in the particulars column, we will mention as a sum of rupees 10,000 deposited into bank recorded wrongly as 1,000 in the passbook. Our next transaction is payment side of the cash book has been undercast by 500. Undercast means we have mentioned the reduced value in the cash book, that is on payment side. So we will deduct this amount, that is from the cash book balances. So we will mention this amount in the less column, and in the particulars column we will mention it as payment side of the cash book is undercast, and the serial number is 13. So why are we mentioning 500 in the less column? Because we have to mention this 500 in the payments column, that is on the credit side of the cash book, but we have not mentioned it. So we are mentioning in the credit side. So whatever we mention on the credit side, it will come on the less column of bank reconciling statement. Our next transaction is a bills receivable of 10,000 discounted with the bank in October 2019, dishonored on 31st October 2019. So he has given the dishonor date as 31st October. So we are preparing bank reconciliation statement for 1 month. So we can consider this impact. When we discount a bills receivable from bank, we will mention this amount in the receipt side of the cash book as 10,000. But the bank has been dishonored. So the cash book balance will be more than bank balance. So we will deduct this amount from the cash book balance. So we will mention this amount in the less column of bank reconciling statement. And in the particulars column, dishonor of the bill has not been recorded in the cash book, and the serial number is 14. Our next transaction is a bill of 10,000 discounted with bank is entered in the cash book without recording the discount charges of 300. When we discount any bill from the bank charges some amount. So those are called as discounting charges. So this amount we have to deduct it from the total bill amount and mention the remaining amount in the debit side of the cash book. But instead of mentioning the remaining amount, we have mentioned the whole amount, that is 10,000. So this 300 we have to deduct it from the cash book balances. So we'll mention this 300 in the less column of bank reconciling statement. And in the particulars column, we'll mention it as bank charges for discounting bill is not recorded in cash book. Serial number is 15. The next transaction is 5,000 is entered in the cash book as paid into bank on 31st October 2019 but not credited by bank until the following day. Following day is nothing but November 1st. So as I mentioned earlier, any transaction shows November date. So that impact should be ignored. Here it states the bank has not credited until the following day. We are preparing bank reconciling statement till 31st October. So we have to presume that till 31st October, the amount is not credited by bank. So the cash book balance will be more than passbook balance. This amount should be deducted from cash book balance. So we'll mention this 5,000 in the less column of bank reconciling statement and in the particulars column, checks deposited but not cleared. And the serial number is 16. Our next transaction is checks issued 10,000, only 5,000 are presented for payment. When we are paying the checks, we will enter that amount on the credit side of the cash book. So we have entered 10,000, but the bank has paid only 5,000. The cash book balance will be less than the passbook balance. So we will add this amount to cash book balances. So we'll mention this 5,000 in the add column of bank reconciling statement and in the particulars column, checks worth 10,000 presented for payment, out of which only 5,000 were paid. And the serial number is 17. Now we have recorded all these differences in the bank reconciling statement. Now we have to total the amounts in add column and less column. As per the rule, we have to mention the highest balance in both the columns. Here the highest balance is in add column, that is 79,300. This amount we will mention in both the columns. To arrive at the passbook balance, we will deduct the lesser amount from higher amount, that is 79,300 minus 41,000, which comes to 38,300. This is our balance as per passbook. So we'll mention 38,300 in the less column and in the particulars column we'll mention it as balance as per passbook. If you guys have any questions, please post in the comment section below, and if you guys like my explanation or if you think this video is useful for you, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon for further notifications. Thanks a lot for watching this video.